We said we were going to stop corruption. And that's very simple. When you get to a stop street, you stop. So in order to stop corruption, I took some decisions shortly after being elected the mayor that we had to deal with some of the instances where corruption was suspected in the past, because we didn't just come into government out of a vacuum. Many of us that are now in government were in opposition, and we raised many of these issues in opposition. So the instances that we have chosen, or that I have chosen for us to look at, are three particular cases. They're not isolated to these cases only, but I'm going to be dealing with these today, because there are one or two others that have subsequently come to my attention, but they've been identified because they were the real standout cases of concern, where there were serious allegations of impropriety, irregularity, and possibly even corruption. The first contract was a contract awarded to a company called Mandela. Mandela was awarded a contract for an original amount. It then quickly morphed into something much more considerable than the original amount, and it was basically uncapped, and it was a free-for-all. Many of the transactions that were taking place were being directly influenced by political decision makers. When I decided to freeze the Mandela contract, it was done on enough evidence for me to make an informed decision that we weren't going to pay one more cent to those contractors. The next one I want to deal with is City of Champions. We spent 21.7 million rand on that contract. There are serious allegations that are backed up by testimony and documentary evidence of alleged misrepresentation in respect of world record documents, alleged expenditure of public money for personal benefit, alleged amendment of a closeout report without permission of the author. There's been a lot of media coverage on that matter already. And then there was a claim made that it was very difficult, or one cannot put a price to the objective of the contract, which was social cohesion. The question then arises, if you cannot put a price to social cohesion, how was the contract value determined in the first place? The last one is Milongani Eco Consulting. There are allegations of massive irregularities with invoices and the pricing structure, and duplicate VAT charges, and inflation of contract values. We have appointed a team of a company to do forensic investigation on all those invoices that were paid to Milongani Eco Consulting.